Libra, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Welcome to my tarot table, guys. This reading is for you just because you clicked on it. Even if you're not a Libra, but it can be applied to wherever Libra falls in your chart. And it comes to you at just the right time. No dates, no times are necessary, even if it's 6 months after it's been uploaded. When you're ready for it, you attract the message to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into the cards. Already some have fallen out a lot in the past, so that's telling me a lot has happened to lead up to this moment. And then we're going to go over what is actually happening in this moment, and we're going to go into the future after that to see what's coming out. I'm also going to talk about the astrology a little bit up front, okay? So, guys, this is a new moon, and it's a new moon in Scorpio, but it's a solar. I have to correct myself. I've been saying lunar eclipse. It's not a lunar eclipse, it's a solar eclipse, which actually makes this an even darker time. Not in a bad way, though. In a way that there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide, there's no disguises. And that's what I like, because you're really like pulling the punches this week. No more Mr. Nice Guy. And I think that's because a lot of things that you've tried to make pretend are okay or have been presented to you as if they are something wonderful is actually becoming very, very clear that it's not, and then what to do with it. So it's not that this new moon doesn't come with disappointments. It's that the disappointments precede opportunities, and they're opportunities that you would not have taken if the disappointment didn't come and show itself to you. All of this is happening because Venus is absolutely in opposition to Uranus. So this Venus, Sun, and Moon around the new moon, but still the Venus-Sun conjunction all week is happening in direct opposition to Uranus and the North Node. So where we have to move, where we're going to, it's all breaking apart the traditions. So it's almost like somebody is challenging these traditions that maybe you have rested upon for a little bit too long. And that may mean platforms that you're on, or like programs that you use. It's almost like it's a time for a universal update to go on in your life right now, which can cause a lot of frustration, but at the same time take care of a lot of things that were slacking and lagging back. And if you've been grinding gears and haven't been making a way forward, this is why. And this is when you can get to the nitty-gritty of what's going on. This is also a value system shift, so that what is beautiful and glamorous, especially during a solar eclipse, it kind of gets dulled and muted, and you're seeing in the dark. So I feel like at this time what you're going to do is be forced to find some hidden gems, especially inside of yourself and maybe inside of other people. So let's get into, first of all, current situation. There's one card in the current position. It's right here. Spirit has a plan. So what does this mean? It means have faith. And I don't want to talk about it too much, except to say that it's pretty simple message. Spirit has a plan. So the struggles, the pains, whatever you're going through right now, it is guaranteed that it is all part of the bigger plan. So what this can also mean in your day-to-day life is zoom out and look at things from an aerial perspective, because there's a bigger picture going on here. And a lot of times when you go too razor sharp and dig too deep, and that can happen a lot when Venus goes into Scorpio. Remember, Venus is your ruling dignitary, and when it goes into Scorpio, she can become very obsessive. So what this energy is telling you is that what you need to do is make sure you zoom out as much as you can, because you will have a tendency to want to dig too deep, and honestly that can eclipse your sun. It can make the lights go out where they shouldn't be. It can almost make things not seem like they're good if they are. So zoom out as often as you can. It also means ask for direct guidance from the higher power. Ask for direct guidance from you know, whoever you believe in, whoever you pray to, it is a good time for prayer. And no, it's not in a warning, it's not in reverse. It's saying if the answers will come through faith. There's a lot of interaction between Neptune and Jupiter this week, especially later on this week when Jupiter goes into Pisces again. And that's all about sort of rediscovering those aspects of beauty and maybe even wealth and abundance or money or opportunity for growth and expansion that have been sort of put on the back burner or you've forgotten about. This is what's going to reveal the real opportunities that are going to help move you forward, is this sense of frustration. And that's going to sort of push you toward looking for these opportunities, these options. You are digging up something of value that I think you buried a long time ago because you thought, oh, it's no good. It is still good. Spirit has a plan. This is some sort of cycle fulfillment. Let's keep going. In the past, oh God, you know, you really thought, hey, the maker's on my side. Everything is working out really, really well. Everything is working out really well. Your hard work was paying off. All systems seemed to go. And that's good. And Spirit wants you to know that's still the direction that you're going in. What I'm wondering is, why do you feel so compromised? There is time to let go. Let's go over the cards. So you have know your worth right here, which is self-esteem. Raise your standards. Understand that you are valued and you are valuable. Take time out, give yourself a break when you need to. Also assuming authority over a situation, time to let go, which is in some ways letting go or getting out of those things that had authority over you because you had a sense of self-esteem. And then there were opportunities that were opened for you. Spirit has your back, which means you did find an opportunity, maybe recently, maybe not too long ago. It's almost like things happened the way that they happened to push you into the direction that you needed to go. And now it's saying you're going to level up. That's what it's coming to. Sweet results await. So whatever success you found recently, I would say within the past year, there is a sense of now it doubling down again, it becoming even deeper. Let's get into this moon card. I just want to take out a moon card for you guys because we have this new moon today. Conclusions are within reach. It's almost like you're getting answers. Why did this all happen? Why did this all happen? Full moon eclipse. It's not a full moon, it's a new moon. It's a new moon eclipse today, but it's interesting that this came out. It's almost like, well, the last full moon eclipse was during the springtime. So there's just this sense of, why has it been happening? Okay, so God, how about this, God? Answer for Libra. Why has it all been happening? Why has it all been happening? Ace of Wands, so you could start something new. So you could bring something new into the world, also so you could change life directions and get a fresh start. This is a new chance. And I do feel like there has been some sort of dissonance that's been getting at you. But the higher purpose is here. Six of Wands, victory and success. I'll show these all to you, but I haven't finished the shuffle. Hold on. Six of Wands, victory and success. Five of Swords, defeat. I said this in the Scorpio reading too. You might want to check that one out. Since all of what's happening to Venus is happening in Scorpio, and of course directly opposite Scorpio, this is a huge month for Taurus as well, simply because it's your direct opposite, and Uranus, which is in Taurus, is directly opposite all that's going on. I feel like the changes to the norm that have been happening in Taurus are really starting to demonstrate in Scorpionic energy, which means the same things that turned you on don't turn you on anymore. So it's almost like you wanted something new. So this is definitely a time for something new. But there's one card that's flipped over that I want to say. Three of Cups. Interestingly enough, even though maybe you were really succeeding and really enjoying your situation, you weren't enjoying the people that you were around, or there was a situation or relationship that was underhanded in some way. And then we have this current situation, Six of Wands. There was definitely somebody that was constantly trying to defeat every success that you had. Or it's like feeling like you were always trying to catch up to somebody else who was always winning. You take whatever applies to your situation. Queen of Swords, that means right now is the time for rationale. It means get smart and decide. This is the time to plan, sort of plan your strategy forward. And also, she's my GPS card, so this is almost like it's almost time to change directions, right? It's almost like you'll realize by the end of this week you've got to change directions. There's got to be something that you do that's different than you've been doing. King of Swords is that you absolutely will be able to figure things out. This is also news or a decision that's made relatively quickly. And Ace of Cups is here, but it's in reverse. So this is love gone wrong, love gone bad, love gone toxic, divorce, something unhealthy. This is telling, and this is the Devil card. So ultimately, this is a sense of I gotta say it's toxicity, but it's almost clarity in the toxicity, like realizing that you've just been making the decisions that you've been making out of fear. There's a lot of fear-based stuff here, a lot of temptations. That could even be it. Somebody made a decision, they decided to succumb to temptations. So be aware of that, because even though it may not be something that you're happy about, it is something that absolutely needs to come out. And you remember, Uranus is the truth, right? It's the truth, even though everything else doesn't make sense. Uranus will get to the bottom, really get to the bottom of things, figure it out, so that it's not just intuitive, it's tangible, it's mathematical, it's quantifiable. So it's almost like there's some sort of evidence here of some not so great stuff that's been happening, a decision that was made. So the Two Swords have come out, right? So it's almost like mental clarity in a situation that was really disappointing and heartbreaking to you, and that you were really, really afraid of. Realizing maybe why there was so much fear or toxicity in this person, and being able to finally make a decision about the situation between them and you. It's almost like realizing, without shame or without pride at this point, that there has been an addiction or an obsession. And that ultimately, so that's a good question. What comes out of that? Conclusions are within reach. Deciding finally to do something about this. What kind of conclusions is Libra going to come to? Seven of Pentacles, that whatever effort you're putting in, it's not getting you anywhere. That no matter how hard you try, it seems to be in vain. That you feel like you're going around in circles. That you've gone as far as you can go, and there's no room for growth or expansion in a certain situation. But okay, we need to know more. Absolutely. What is this situation? Six of Wands, Five of Swords. I tell you, this is not going to be the most comfortable week. This is definitely a hard reset. And I'll tell you why it's a hard reset. Because it's like this new moon in the dark, the things that were hidden are going to be revealed. And that's going to be uncomfortable, but it's also going to be liberating. So what are these things? Wings. Somebody clipped your wings. Receive. You need healing. This is a time for you to heal. Have you been allowing yourself to receive? Because it could be some thick noggin stuff, right? Where you just have not been allowing yourself to. But now, in this moment, the cards are saying you need to nurture your wings, because your wings have kind of been clipped. And it's almost like somebody is nurturing your demise. Nurturing your clipped wings. They like that you are defeated. Who is this person? That's what I want to know. That's what you should be worried about. We have roots, horns, which could imply the devil. So somebody's got their claws in you. Something has taken root, and this is what the moon is going to be exposing. So there was some treachery that's going on here, and it goes really deep, digging down deep to it. Could even be some family members or something to do with family, a family lie, a family untruth, a family discomfort. There's something here that is coming out that's unexpected. But Luna in reverse, that's what the moon is revealing, that something has taken a deep root, but it was toxic. There was toxicity here. So I want to, please God, help Libra understand what exactly is this toxicity. And I know everybody's like, I'm so happy about this new moon. Why? Why when it's revealing all of this stuff? Because it's finally discovered. I love knowing. I love finally being able to understand. I love that we can finally get answers to these questions that we've had for such a long time and that we haven't gotten the answers to. That's what I really love, because I love the truth. And when the truth comes out, you can make an honest decision. You can make an effective decision. And that's kind of what is happening here, is like realizing what has been defeated you. It's almost like the winners have already been selected before anybody actually deserved to win. Oh, interesting, huh? I got the 9 of Wands. Who's been really defensive lately in your life? Feel free to leave the comments below. I definitely want to know. And guys, please remember to like this video because it helps the algorithm so much. Also remember that beyond these predictions, I always create an extended reading, and I hope you will join me. Those links to the extended reading are in the description box, and I'll pin them to the top of the comment section too. Who has been super defensive lately? They're revealing themselves through their defensiveness. Got a root, some mother. It could have to do with your mother figure as well. Something's going on. Something's going on. The world is about to change, and it's because of this person or through this person. This is happening a little bit into the future, I would say into next week. This is where your big surprise is going to come. Believe in the impossible. Okay. I love that card. So I don't want you to get the thought that everything is doom and gloom, because it's not. What is coming out is going to answer a lot of questions that I think needed to be answered for any kind of progress to be made. But believe in the impossible, as if this situation somehow is righting itself, because the world card also means that even though your world has changed, you're able to move on. You're able to finally close this chapter of all this like almost cattiness, I would say, and be able to finally move on from something that you had fought hard against, but you'd also fought hard for. You fought hard to keep something going. You just didn't want to give up. And ultimately, it's not about giving up. For some of you, it's about a battle finally won against this unseen devil, but I want more information about that. What or who is this about? A Sagittarius energy. You have a Sagittarius in your life? What's been going on with them? But it definitely is something to do with breaking free, being able to travel, being able to go beyond the boundaries, go beyond the fears, and be able to finally somehow allow yourself to be set free of all these kind of obligations. It's so ambiguous right now. We're gonna get deep into the specifics in the extended, but this feels like a person. But I want to know what these horns are for. But they're in reverse. They're in reverse. Let's go into the extended. But let me get a few cards for you guys first. What are these horns? Please clarify these horns. Please clarify these horns. Okay, you haven't heard from somebody in a while. And a message finally comes through. And because it's horns in reverse, it's almost like the fear or the curse is broken. And there's a decision that's made, which means a good choice. A good choice has been made, or judgment has been made. The truth comes out. I'll see you guys in the extended. The links are below.